Okay, hello everyone. It's really nice to be here again because, you know, I started working on V4L the same week GStreamer Conference was in Edinburgh last time. So a little update about GStreamer. I'm not repeating what about the V4L plugin in GStreamer. I'm not repeating what Tim said earlier. So I'm starting since 1.4. So it's a bit more quieter year this year. So we have actually new JPEG and an HEVC encoders, brand new. We also have support for the virtual codec support. That's a little weird, but FWHT is not really a codec you'll ever use. It's a low complexity algorithm to kind of compress things. It has been implemented in the Linux kernel, so we could actually write software that runs on your PC and also test the framework underneath to make sure everything is right. We also have support for imported stride adaptation. It means that if your stride is weird and you import it into your V4L2 source, it will no longer look like crap. It will try to adapt to that screen, or it won't import it at all. There's more work actually to continue on that to actually get the sync implementation to be done. I'm still working on this. We're not yet at 1.16, so I have time. A lot more colorimetry fixes. I think it's the third time that I say that in that presentation. And a lot of bug fixes, and all those bug fixes are actually already released in 1.14. Contributors-wise, less people, less patches. I guess we're just kind of tweaking things. And also a lot of my projects didn't much progress on this field. So we lost 6 contributors, but in fact, it's pretty much all new name except, I would say, 5 of them. So thank you for the contributor again. That helps. It's some of the patches that were provided, even if it's just one, sometimes it's very hard to find an issue that got fixed there. What's next? Well, there's a lot of still. So we're still looking for the complex camera. The update is that the Linux kernel developer have started writing a lib camera, that's their name, to handle the new camera that you'll find on Intel chips and also on your N900 and other devices similar to that. And this library will do the device enumeration for us, the pipeline setup. It will look like the Android HAL. So if you're curious of what it's going to look like, that's the goal. And I accepted actually to write a GStreamer element that will live in the repository for a while. That's going to take a year at least. Automatic DMBuff import export. So we have half of it. We need the other half. Then we need to test this very, 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 very well before turning it on. V4L2 event, we have modified the core of GStreamer. We can now get the difference between read, write, and PRI, the priority notification, which is what is used by V4L for reading event. And another thing coming is the stateless codec. So it's basically a codec implemented in the Linux kernel on a V4L interface that is pretty much it's pretty much VA API kind of driver. So what we're looking forward is to get that working on top of VA API. There's already a VA API driver that was implemented by Bootlin for the all-winner chip. And that will also serve for the Rock chip series like 3399 and others. That's it. Oh, just before the end. Good news, the Raspberry Pi Foundation is testing their V4L2 driver. So it means that OMX is going away. And I would like to have a confirmation, but I've received a patch, that I merged this morning from NVIDIA that implements an HEVC encoder using a V4L interface. So maybe that means something on NVIDIA. If I ever get a confirmation, I'll tell everyone. That's it.